We're back with Terra Nullius, and we're gonna find out what happens when Ari, Raya, Buck, and Hurricane and Akna are in a hot tub. What's gonna happen?
Pretty sure the answer is nothing good.
Yeah, nothing good.
Let's just stay here and wait.
Good thing it's not
to find
Toho in
us.
this hot tub.
I know, seriously, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we get the rewind and we see you guys just fall into this like hot spring bathhouse, and yeah, I mean it's empty right now. Like you surface and like there's no one around. But yeah, what do you do? Huracan's just like sputtering.
Yeah, let's probably get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but you manage to do it. Yeah, especially for you, Raya, I think.
Heavy armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't think it's deep enough where you can like drown or anything. So, yeah. But yeah, you guys are all soaking wet now, except for I think Buck.
I mean, I don't have it.
And I think we get a shot of Akna just kind of like, so you know what I think what we get is, so we've had before the like beauty shot of Ari like coming out of the water at one point, right, and like slicking her hair back, but I think what we get is like a side-by-side comparison of like Ari and Akna doing it, and when Ari does it, it's just like this, because she's not very charismatic, right? It's just kind of like wet, like hair. But then Akna is just like the perfect like model, like slick hair back sort of a thing, and like.
Did she come out looking like Nathan Fillion?
Wow.
The female version of Nathan Fillion, yes.
Oh, Nathan Fillion.
That's mean.
That doesn't make any
no,
sense.
It's just you can't.
Yeah, there's no I see what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a funny moment we get. Continuing to show the disparity between the two.
We should probably get out into the streets from here to see where we are.
Yeah, and Akna looks around. She's like, "What even happened? I don't think this is where we're supposed to be."
Ari's like, "Where's everybody?"
Ava, where's Ava? And then yeah, Huracan just like grunts. He's like, "Great.
Okay.
Maybe that dwarf should have eaten him."
I mean, we don't get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I make some kind of roll to see if I know like where we are? I mean, I guess we're in the city. My guess is we're in the city.
It's a good guess to think you're in the city, but yeah, you'd have to like look outside and get a.
Yeah, can we?
No, that's fine. I mean,
outside?
like we still have plus 20 stealth,
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So the doors are locked.
Oh.
And like I think they're locked like on both sides. Like you need a key to like actually like make the door usable.
Hmm. So basically, we're in this bathhouse, right? And we're in like the bath
Yeah, and it's
section
like
of it.
really, yeah, exactly. It's really steamy in here. Like there's like a
in here, or is it outside?
in here. I mean, there's like the bath portion, and there's like steam pouring off of it. It looks like it's being fed from some underground thing, and it's like a wide open kind of chamber. There's like pane glass like at the top, like kind of letting in light. And yeah, so
Is glass a thing?
it is here apparently.
Apparently so.
Apparently the UNT have it.
Okay.
I think you have seen some glass vials, but it's not supposed to be common for sure.
I mean, it takes a glass shard for me to cast certain magic. So
So basically, there's no windows. There's just glass on top, and then
There's
doors.
the skylight, yeah.
Does anyone
Doors.
have thieves' tools?
No. Nope.
Agna, Hurricane.
Nope.
Great. Okay.
Raya, do you want to make a history check for me real quick?
Sure. 23.
Yeah, okay, so this bathhouse, like the style of it, like the architecture of it, it seems weirdly familiar to you. You don't know why, really. It's just like there's a vague familiarity about it. Like it seems similar, somehow too similar to bathhouses you've been in, like before.
Oh no.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird, right? Like you wouldn't expect it to seem vaguely familiar to you in like New World, but
Oh no. Are we in the old world?
I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything.
Oh no.
Uh, guys, we need to get out of here to see where we are.
No crap. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, let's just.
So wait, how light is it outside?
Yeah.
The sun is starting to like rise, so it's definitely dimmer in here than it usually would be with the sun directly overhead or anything. But it's enough to see by, at least. It's like dim light.
Okay, so it's still morning, so that means that we're probably still in the New World then.
Look, at this point, we just need to get out of here. Can we? Are the doors look like we could just like kick through them?
Oh yeah, certainly. Huracan could very easily make short work of these doors. The problem is it would make a lot of noise. You could attempt to like. That's the thing. I don't know if like pass without trace like muffles
it radiates silence.
Oh, it radiates silence.
That's what it says,
let me look at the
right?
description again. Yeah, I feel like you're right.
I'll post it in chat here.
A veil of shadows and silence. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he would have to make a stealth check, but so I'm gonna do that. I mean, if you want him to, that's the thing you can do.
I mean, I don't really see another way, and we need to get out of here fast to try and.
Yeah. So I think maybe what happens, right, is Huracan says, "You still have that veil up."
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully this won't make too much noise, and he just like kicks in the door. So it's not a question of whether or not he can do it. He can like break the door. It's just a question of whether or not he can do it stealthily. So I'll roll this with a plus 20. So yeah, I think a 33 cuts it.
He like kicks it open and then like grabs it. And, like,
yeah, probably right. Like yeah, it seems that the sound itself is much more muffled than it should be. Like it's you see splintering wood, right, and stuff, but like it doesn't hit the floor with the sound it should. And then yeah, he grabs the door handle and then just kind of like lowers it down. He's like, all right, well, where to then? And he steps out. There's like an antechamber, and right, like an antechamber, some sort of like entrance thing, where people would probably like, actually, it's probably like a short, like small, like locker room style kind of a thing, right? Where you would just like change and put a towel on or whatever you're gonna do.
Are there any towels around?
You don't see anything like that. It just kind of seems like for us as
anything
like
I
players.
can dry myself with is what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, possibly. You can make an investigation check if you want to look around real quickly. Because yeah, you are all very soaking wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Yep, you find like a box somewhere and there's some towels and stuff.
I just want to dry myself off.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, let's get out of here though.
Yeah. Okay, so I basically just want to go outside and like peek out and like see what.
Yeah.
Or if there's a window or something, peek out and like see what.
Yeah. So I think you see. I mean, there's not a window in like the locker room, but like you can go further on, right? And like you see in the antechamber, like an exit, and yeah, you look out, and it doesn't look like you're in Europe for sure, right? There's a jungle outside. And if you take a moment to like orient yourself, I think you can tell that you're like, okay, we are in this city. We are actually in this city, in the UNT city. I mean, it's a pretty good guess. Make a survival check just real quick. It's probably not very difficult, but just to make absolutely sure, that you know that you're in this city.
Are we technically in swamp? Like region area?
No, you are not. No, there's this
jungle.
Yeah, jungle is what it is. So, but it would still apply. Yeah,
that's fine. I still have advantage, so it's fine.
Yep.
19.
Yep, you're definitely in Erendira city.
Cool.
You just got transported to.
I just see like the wall, maybe like off in the distance.
Yeah, and so you're basically like way closer to the middle of the city than you would ever want to be. You're like in whatever the. Not quite the like royalty district, but like pretty like lower nobility district sort of a thing.
Right.
So we're closer into the city than the guys.
Much closer. Yeah. This is a big
and we want to
city.
be on the outskirts because we want to go
Exactly.
underneath
Yep.
everything. All right. So I'm just like, Raya, tell them to stay put and we'll be right there. Well, ask them where they are first. Because I guess we have no idea that they're in the correct spot.
Let me write this out so I can use just one spell just in case we're not getting another risk before anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that we can stealth there, no problem. We still pass without trace up.
And really,
And
it should
we
be
can-
better than what I rolled earlier.
Right, and we can cast it again when we get back to you guys. I have 3 spell slots. I don't know how many Akna has. I have 2
Probably
left.
one. Probably one more.
4.
She actually has 3 in that level. Yeah, 3 2 level.
Okay, same here. So
Yep.
we both can cast it 2 more times.
Mm-hmm.
The problem isn't really going to be sneaking out of the city. The hope is that we kill Erendira and there's no issue getting out of the city after that. Hopefully.
Okay. So I cast sending and say, where are to who am I gonna send this to?
Let's face it, you would send it to Darius after what just happened.
I mean, I definitely would. I was already knowing that I was not gonna send it to Toigi.
Do you send it to Darius or Miggy?
That's why I was thinking, is I was like, would I send it to Darius or would I be sending it to Miggy? Probably Darius. And I say, where are you? Who is with you? We made it too far inside the city and are headed towards the wall. And I just say, Ari, Akna, Huracan, Buck. And that's exactly 25 words.
Nice. Okay. So Darius gets that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Darius, do you have a response? I'm going to assume you're drafting a response.
Looks like he's typing, so I'm guessing.
You just read again the one last time what you said.
Where are you? Who is with you? We made it too far inside the city and are heading towards the wall. Ari, Akna, Huracan, Buck.
Okay. Darius responds, "We are just past the wall. The rest of us are here hiding in a hut. We'll wait for you." Which is also exactly 25 words.
Nice. And so I think it's implied even by by that message that they're not missing any of the people that you didn't mention.
He said the rest of us are here.
Yeah. Okay.
I said that's 20 words even. I could add 5 other.
Yeah.
He didn't even send anything back at that point then?
I mean, he can add the 5 words.
I think Darius says, be careful.
No, I just meant Raya. Raya doesn't
Oh, yeah,
necessarily need
no.
to send another.
No, I don't. I'm not going to send anything back.
Oh.
I don't want to waste any spell slots.
So then Harish is like, okay, well, at least half of our group ended up where they should.
Technically, we all did, just in wrong spots.
Okay, so I guess we need to make another stealth roll, or
It's
we need
me
to make,
this time.
and then probably some kind of like check to like go through the village. I'm assuming. I don't.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So
Is anyone's background an urchin?
that's not how that works. No, you can't use that here. This is a completely unfamiliar city.
No, that's literally like the urchin background is you
Right,
can
so it's
navigate
like-
through
Well, let's
cities
take a look at that.
specifically.
I'm curious about this. 'cause
I don't think anybody is,
But nobody is.
but I'm just saying that
Yeah, I know there's a
point.
thing.
Is an urchin, and
Yi was an urchin.
yeah.
Yeah, see, the issue is, like, this is a completely different type of city. Like, they would have never come across, like, someone with this background would never have come across the way that this sort of city is laid out. And I feel like there'd have to be a check involved before they could, like, unlock that ability for a specific city in the New World. Yeah.
Okay, I'm making my stealth check now.
But yes, yeah, please do.
24.
Oh,
That's
24.
the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, you rolled a 4 and got a 24.
Okay, so then what kind of check do we need to make
Double
to, get
ranger,
through,
double
to
ranger.
navigate through this city to where we need to go?
That's a good question. I want to say survival.
That's
'cause
fine
I
with me. I have a +9
Right,
and
because
advantage. So.
I can't think of any other check it would be. Yeah, so survival. Let's do that.
Okay,
They are trying to survive.
18.
Okay, so we get a tense couple of scenes here where you guys are kind of like trying to slink through the city, and I think there's definitely a point where pretty early on, like maybe in the first like 10-15 minutes, that you come across like some Yuan-Ti nobles of some sort. You see two people with like you see one like a male with a snake body and a human like torso slithering alongside a woman with kind of looks vaguely serpentine but has like arms and legs like a normal human being, and they're discussing some sort of thing in whispered some sort of whispered secret conversation between them as they kind of like walk along a promenade or something with like a fountain, and it seems like to be the only people. It doesn't seem like anyone here really gets up early. It's definitely like, yeah, it's definitely like 5-6 in the morning, 6:30 now, kind of pushing, and it's like there's not a whole lot of activity, even in this district. But after you kind of get that point, there's definitely like a moment where you almost kind of like get caught from those two people because there's just not a good way to like sneak around them given the way the streets are laid out. But a tense moment passes and they kind of move on and you manage to like kind of slink through the courtyard. There's definitely a moment during the course of this though that Ari, as you're kind of like scouting around, you notice something kind of like in the distance in the sky, kind of like a black dot. And then as it gets closer, you realize it's a black dragon. Just kind of flying overhead, right? And it doesn't like start circling you or anything like that, but like after a moment, Ari, if you take any length of time to like look at this dragon, I mean, you can probably guess it's Ix, and he's flying over to, and you can see like in the distance like the high towers of Erendira's palace further on in the city. And so just to give you an idea, right? So the city is laid out right like on two sides of this big river. And Erendira's palace is like smack dab in the middle of an island in the center of that river. Everything about this whole city is like centered on her. And it's all very like, I don't know, think like Jungle Venice sort of a situation, except there's only one big canal. So lots of very, very thin kind of streets. And then there's like a whole bunch of like kind of like longer like canoe sort of boats that would be kind of like going along this river. And maybe you see a couple of them in the distance, kind of like maybe bringing one supply or another to a different part of the city, or the morning workers or something. But yeah, you definitely see Ix, flying over to Erendira's palace from somewhere else. And then there's, I think, another moment where you notice that there are some like brood guard workers. I mean, you've come across these type of Yuan-Ti before. They're the ones that tried to carry off Calvitas. I'll post the picture of them here. They look like, and I'm trying to do this. Oh, it's Shift Z. They look like that. So you see them like, hunchback, kind of like lizardy things, kind of like, even acting as like porters or like street cleaners. They're kind of like the laborers of this whole situation. And you also see a variety of Genasi slaves. For sure, a lot of them. And honestly, they're probably about in the same level of frequency with these brood guard in terms of like keeping the streets clean and doing any sorts of things like that. They're the ones more than anything who are up early at this time. It seems like anyone who's like more important, except for people who have secrets to attend to, are sleeping in late. And you manage to get back to the wall without being spotted miraculously through magic and through the particular sleeping habits of the denizens of the city. And you meet up again.
I like knock on the tiny. Well, I guess they can see us.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, we're inside a.
Yeah, there's like just like an abandoned building.
Yeah.
Yep. So, see, everybody's just kind of chilling out.
Actually, Jordan, would you have actually? No, you probably wouldn't have cast locate object again. Jordan,
Locate object.
would you have probably had your hood up to notice they were getting near?
I don't know if you can just keep it up indefinitely.
Oh, okay.
It probably kind of like hurts your brain after a while looking at it, at the world in this
Could
other
I
light.
make a charisma save? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That is technically what that would be, yes. But yeah, so
Yeah,
one way or
so
another, you guys meet up.
As soon as we meet up, I'd like leap into Mickey's arms and I'm like, it's okay.
Aww. And he's like, I wasn't worried I wasn't worried at all. And then like I think like
Ava leaps
Roll that
into
deception
Agnes'
check.
arms.
right, like I think it's obvious to everyone he's lying about that.
Like I was gonna say, could Darius like tell while he had the hood on what everyone's like?
Oh yeah,
how
I
everyone's
mean
feeling?
everyone was nervous except for really Sanoom. Sanoom didn't really care that
yeah.
much.
But I could tell that Mickey was, and everyone else was kind of nervous.
Yeah, for sure. But it seems like you've dodged a bullet here, and you've managed to somehow make it back here.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
back in the.
So now we gotta find this contact.
Yeah.
At a minor setback.
So yeah, I mean, you have a pretty vague idea, or not a. You had to have a not vague and not clear exactly, somewhere in the middle distance between vague and clear idea as to where this guy is. You have a good idea of the like kind of place, the
I'm
district.
assuming
of
he
the
would
city.
have given us a discernible like thing about his home.
Yeah, some sort of landmark or something that you can
Yeah.
get there.
For us to like get there.
So I think just another survival check probably will get you there, and it's not like oh no, you're gonna be caught and like everyone's gonna attack you if you fail, but it might take a little bit longer than you want it to.
Right. Okay. Okay, so just another survival
Yeah.
check.
I think so. Oh no,
My
crit
God.
fail. That's really bad.
How many crit fails has that been so far?
Wow.
It's only a second.
You know what I
Should
think?
have had Akna do it.
Well, that's the thing. You know what I think happens is Akna mentions it at one point, and she's like, I don't, Ari, I don't know if you're following the directions right. He said that we're supposed to go towards the trees that look
but
like this
hold on.
with these flowers.
No.
Yeah.
It says according to my natural explorer, and when I'm in my favorite terrain,
Yeah.
your group cannot become lost except by magical means.
Okay, so then it just takes a really, really long time.
Okay.
It's not like you get lost. It's just whatever the narrative. Basically, you've changed the narrative specifics here, and so you ended up going the wrong section of the wall originally, because you misunderstood like the directions, and then but you make your way there. It just takes a long time. So I think it's like, I don't know, maybe like something like 10 in the morning. When you get there, it's taking a few hours. And luckily the outskirts of the city are not used right now enough to, and you have the stealth up and all that stuff, and Sinum's there. Same sort of situation though, a lot of tense, close calls. And you imagine that's, you've basically run out your luck in terms of like not being caught in the middle of the streets.
Can I just assume that all my second level spells are gone?
Yes, oh for sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Okna's are too, yeah. So you both used them up to make sure you all had plus 20 the whole time. So you come to a, it's not exactly ramshackle abode, but it's not exactly nice either. It's dirty. It's large, but it's dirty. There's all sorts of weird kind of memorabilia, tapestries, things like hanging out on the outskirts of the building. So like on walls, on trees nearby, the actual like house proper. But it's like this small little house complex, that, is kind of just near the wall. And, it kind of stinks in this section of the city. You're not sure why exactly, but there's definitely a particular odor that's like filling this district. But yeah, you guys just like go up to the door and knock, or
I don't know.
Do we have like a secret knock, or it's like, hey, this
Not
is
really.
how you know it's us?
I mean, he knows we're coming.
Yeah.
So can't we just like open the door and walk in? We've arrived.
You could attempt to do that, and you would find it to be locked. Or he just knocks on the door, I guess.
I don't know. I
mean, you can if you want to. Does that happen?
Raya, did you have something?
No.
Okay.
You know what else we
I think
do.
Ari just knocks on the door then. I think there's definitely a moment of like tense, like, okay, what's the next thing? And then Ari's just like, all right, like we should stop waiting around, and you just knock on the door. And there's a moment of silence. You hear some shuffling around on the other side of the door. And then you hear a couple of locks kind of click. And the guy who opens the door, obviously Yuan-Ti, the lower half of his body is serpentine. Top half of his body is a human torso, but he's covered head to toe in like linen wrappings. The only thing that's really like you can see his eyes and his mouth, but like every other part of him is just covered in these like dirty linen wrappings. And he kind of like squints, and he says, "I suppose you're the guests I've been waiting for."
I'm assuming he says this in Primordial.
Yes.
Okay.
Poor Miggy.
Only one who doesn't understand. Except for Buck and Ava, I guess.
They don't care about that.
They don't care. Oh yeah, by the way, when Ava and Okna were reunited, it was very, very heartfelt and lots of petting.
I mean, I said I was assuming that Ava jumped in Okna's arms.
Oh, for sure.
Ari jumped into
Yes,
Miggy's arms.
that was definitely the
Belly
parallel we got, right? Yeah, for sure.
Belly rubs
Mm-hmm.
happened. For Okna.
I was.
Okna's the pet, right?
No, Ava. Ava's the pet.
Ava for Ava.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Ava
intentional,
does a
Jordan.
belly rub for Okna.
It's just-
And Okna's like,
Right? That would be really creepy.
yes, it would be.
Oh man, now I'm just imagining like some sort of weird universe where like there's a jaguar man who like has a pet human and just like treats them like an animal. Oh, that's messed up. Probably exists
Isn't that
somewhere in this
called? I
world.
think there's a movie about that. I'm pretty sure it's called Planet of the Apes.
Fair. Okay, so yeah,
We say yes. We are the guests you were expecting.
right.
Does he say, "Be my guest"? Be our guest. Be our guest.
Yeah, and then he starts a musical number, and the dishware starts singing. No, so he kind
And
of like
we roll initiative against the dishware.
yes, all of the dishware comes to life and attacks you.
Yeah.
Gosh. You are
Oh,
the intruders.
Fantasia.
You are Gaston into the Beast Castle. Okay. So he kind of like waves with like this wrapped hand and says, "Oh, come in," and kind of like opens the door wide for everybody to like come in. Does everybody do so?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's like more and more surprised. His eyes squint further and further as he like sees the amount of people that are like here, and he says, there are quite a lot of you. How did you manage to get this far into the city?"
We came to party. No.
Don't worry about it. We're here now.
Yes, of course. How have you been filled in exactly as to the situation here?
What's up with this guy? He's just like nervous or something around
Yeah.
all of us.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. He's kind of a traitor.
It's kind of a train is kind, yeah.
We're just like, you lead the way, we follow you to
He goes to like a
tower.
curtain of the window and like kind of pulls back the curtain a little bit and like looks, make sure no one's there. He says, yes. So, are you aware of the exact nature of the tunnels that I'll be guiding you to?
Rock.
Something like that, yes. So I work in the sewer system for Erendira City, and well, I know these passages very, very well, and I believe that there's a direct line from here to, or from an outbuilding nearby to Erendira's palace. It is a bit of a journey, but I do know the way, and the plan that I've devised is I will guide you to the outbuilding. You can I'll give you directions for which way to go in the sewers, and then I will go to Erendira's palace. I am the head of the sewage department in the city, and I will go to do my job, and I have a meeting today. But after the meeting, I will slip away and go to a particular part of Erendira's complex, a bathhouse, as you would, and
no.
I'm going to turn off the drains, and you should be able to climb up that way, right into the.
Were we
midst of the
there?
palace. No. You weren't in
we
Erendira's
saw the
palace.
Okay, I was like,
You
are
saw
you
the palace.
serious?
No.
Like,
That would have been
tracks.
so funny.
If we were there, I just would have been like, okay, guys, you're on your own.
Exactly.
Here.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
So we're gonna Shawshank it, is what he's saying.
No, you're not
I
gonna
would like
dig
to
through.
insight check. to
Oh,
make
for
sure
sure, yeah, and make sure he's not
He's
gonna like
yeah.
open the drains. You guys walk up and you're surrounded by UNT. Yeah.
26.
26. Okay. So this guy reminds you a lot of what's his face? What was the UNT's name that came with you to the mainland?
Oh, Mesnin?
Mesnin, yeah. He reminds you a lot of Mesnin. This is the same sort of situation, right? The only reason any UNT helps you guys is because they think they can get something from it, right? There's very rare you've never met a UNT that like wants to help you guys from the goodness of their heart. But this guy certainly seems to have some sort of motivation. Either it seems like he maybe has been like very mistreated in his job or something along those lines, where he thinks that a change of power will help him to be on top where he wasn't before. And so he sees this as the absolute best way to get to where he wants to go. He will not betray you, for sure. Now, if there happens to be a perfect opportunity, like absolute picture perfect opportunity to absolutely betray all of you and instantly rise to like the top of the ranks, he would probably take it. But given his reaction to this whole situation, your guess is it's very unlikely that any situation like that would ever arise, given the current context.
Then I would like to say to him, after he explains how we're like gonna get in, I'll definitely say, you will be remembered when the city is overthrown. Make sure you get what's owed to you for this favor.
Okay, you don't make a persuasion check
Sure.
to like see if you can put a little extra oomph behind that statement.
19.
Yeah, not a problem. So he nods and he says, I appreciate that. It's you don't know what it's like working day in and day out for Erendira and not really getting much in the way of accolades for the intense amount of hours I put into this job.
And then Toy, you get the flashback to being
Working for Navarro, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, it sounds like his job really stinks.
I knew it. Knew it.
That pun was pretty crappy, Seth.
Oh gosh. All right.
We're gonna
Okay,
move on
Jordan.
from this, and I'll respond
So-
to him.
Yes.
Continue active listening and just saying, I can't imagine how hard you have to work at a thankless job
It's
to keep
absolutely
this city running.
truly awful, and with the state of the sewers nowadays, that actually brings me to my next point. I don't want to. A warning, maybe. A month ago, maybe the sewers were definitely much easier to traverse than they are now. It seems that with the advent of the god of death dying, you have heard about that, yeah?
Yes, we've heard about it.
Good.
Darius kind of like looks off to the side a little
Yeah.
bit.
The sewers have been, I don't want to use the word overrun exactly because I don't know if that's exactly the word for it. But there's definitely things that live there now that didn't before.
So filling with undead.
Something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen the type of undead myself, but there's some parts of the sewer system that are less than
I was
friendly.
about to message you too.
We were sharing our puns with each other.
Yeah. So, you I believe it has something to do with not only the death god dying, but also Erendira herself is a little well, she has certain projects that she likes to maintain, certain appetites that she has to keep up, and the discards, the leftovers, the remains of those projects usually find their way into my abode, and so I would be careful on the way there. I'm sure you all are. I mean, there's quite a lot of you, and you look like capable folks. But just as a word of caution, I would like to say.
Thank you so much. Kind. We don't actually know your name.
Oh, yes. My name is Paxaweedle, but you can just call me Pax for short. That's more than okay. Or Sewerman, Pax. Any of those work.
Well, thank you so much, Pax, for all of this assistance you're giving us. We'll make sure to remember your name in the next. I mean, honestly, it shouldn't be too long from now.
Oh, I do certainly hope so. Been waiting quite a long time for a shift in power around here.
Wait, is it Paxweedle or Paxeudle?
Paxaweedle. So it's
Should it be the other way around then? I instead of IU.
It's IUI.
So it's
Oh, I didn't see that one. It was going in with
IUI, yeah.
It was blending in with the
So
T.
Paxaweedle. Yeah.
Like Maca Weedle.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, so he just kind of, is still kind of clicking his nails together. And he nods and he says, is there anything else that you need me to inform you of? Anything else you may need?
Besides just directing us through the sewers, I may be able to send you a message. And if I do, I don't know if you've used the sending spell before, but you can respond with a 25-word message to send back. So.
Oh, good to know. Yes, so that sort of thing could definitely work if you will just want to send me a message when you get to the place. And he kind of like describes it for you briefly, like this is the exact kind of location, and gives you like directions and things. So once you get there, just wait, and I will let you know approximately how long you'll have to wait before I can get over to that section, and hopefully I'll be there already. It depends on the timing of this, how long my meeting goes. Yes, I should. Once you see the drainage pipes cease, then you can climb up them at your leisure. But again, be careful. I think the closer you get to Erendira's palace, the more likely you are to run into anything unnatural.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Pax.
You guys are having this like serious conversation, and Jordan and I are exchanging toilet humor.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
Well, we just appreciate that you're messaging them.
Very pleased with how it. Yeah, I'm happy with how it's working out. Yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, he can just lead you there.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay.
I guess.
So you guys get led to this like outhouse, not outhouse exactly, but like some sort of like sewage building. And there's like a ladder down into this like sewer pipe system. And he basically just, he's giving you directions, and he says, again, the closer you get to the palace, the more likely that you're running into anything. But here are directions, and you should be able to get there in a few hours, no problem. And so, he bids you farewell as you go into the sewers. And Toeheel seems decidedly uncomfortable going down into the depths of this muck. And the smell gets worse and worse the more you go down.
So we are Shawshanking it.
Yes. And so, you guys find yourself in a sewer system. Now, really, so what it's going to be is there's going to be one roll here first to kind of navigate successfully, quickly, in a timely manner, to the closest section to Erendira's palace that, like, you'll have to, then have specific directions to. So basically, there's like one long tunnel that he's like, just follow this for a really long way. And then there's a couple of twists and turns here, a couple of like specific directions he has to give you. But then like then there's like a section of like sewage underground structures that you'll have to like navigate a bit because of all the different sewage things that are happening in Erendira's palace. This is like directly underneath it. And then there'll be a specific part of it that you have to get to. So Ari, if you want to make a survival check with advantage, because Octa's helping you, to kind of navigate successfully there and quickly in a timely manner.
As long as I don't roll a 1 or a 3 again, I'll be fine.
That'd be good.
Yeah, there we go. 28.
28
Nice.
is not bad at all. So you guys get there in a very short amount. It honestly only takes you like maybe like an hour and a half to get to this section. You guys make great time, and you maybe like just a slightly bit winded because of Ari and Akon are like, all right, we gotta keep going, like just kind of like keeping everybody at a steady pace here. One thing I will need everybody to do is make a con save, because it is absolutely just horribly filthy down here. And you kind of, even if you succeed on the save, I feel like you're gonna feel a little like weird just even going down here. There's a lot of weird crap that's down here.
Literally.
Yeah.
Are we all by Darius when we're
I was
traveling?
gonna say,
As long as it doesn't start attacking us, we're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd say some of us are by.
We can assume you all are.
Woo! Nat 20. I
Nice.
don't retch at all.
Yeah.
This is where my siblings used to put me in the toilet. I don't know.
I would like to point out that both of my results were literally one less than.
No,
Toby's.
is that Miggy?
Yeah. Miggy crit failed.
Miggy gonna barf.
He's a noble.
It
so
totally
this
makes sense,
kinda
though. He has a
sense.
very low constitution. Okay, so there's so many people I have to roll for here. So this is Sunum. Sunum's fine. Where are the other people? There they are.
Man,
Akna.
Oh.
Akna's fine with Darius's bonus. So I think the only person who's failed so far is Mickey.
Which is just
Let's have Tohil fail.
You want to roll for Buck too?
Yeah, Tohil should fail. He should just die.
So Ava's fine.
But then again, this is not the place I want to take his gloves from him.
True.
I can clean him with prestidigitation, though.
A Buck is fine with Darius's bonus. So is Huracan. And the only person left is Tohil. He fails. Yes. Perfect. Tohil. That makes total sense.
The two people who got in a fight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Tohil and Mickey are definitely sick. So, I'm gonna roll some things. Oh wow. Okay.
What the heck?
Same thing.
Oh, they both. Okay.
Let's take a look at this.
What are
thing.
the odds? 1%
1 in 100.
chance, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's what is it? Wait, 1 in 400, I think. Or is it? Yeah, I think.
Okay.
A 0.25% chance?
So what happens is, as you're kind of like going through the sewers here, I think Miggy. So this starts. We get the first scene of this with Miggy, and he's next to Ari, and he suddenly like puts his hand on his rapier and
Wait,
says,
that's a D100.
and says,
oh,
what was that? What was that? And like looks at like the wall, and you don't see anything there, Ari. Like there's nothing.
Oh.
He seems like on edge. Suddenly he like stops.
Okay.
Don't you see that? Don't you see that?
No, Miggy, there's nothing there.
There's eyes around the corner, and he's like literally pointing at a wall. There's not even a corner there.
Miggy, there's nothing there.
No, what are you talking about? There's obviously something there, and he like walks over and then like puts a hand like almost like stumbles into the wall. He's like,
Miggy, there's nothing there.
and Tohil like says something from behind. He says oh, there's a spider in my clothes, and he just like starts like kind of like he just starts tearing off his clothing like randomly, just like throwing it.
I don't like spiders.
Yeah, no, it's really, really, really weird. They start acting very, very strange, and so
does
basically,
he take off his glove?
no.
Dang it.
So what ends up happening? We get a couple of these like things where everybody's like, no, stop! Like there's nothing there, and they kind of like calm down a bit, right?
Like, yeah, I think Darius like walks up to them both, and because he has aura of courage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And
it-
Darius just kind of like.
and it's not like they were
calmly
necessarily
assures them
like under some sort of like frightened effect, but they seem to be seeing things that aren't there. They're getting some sort of like weird hallucinations. And this is like an on and off thing. But like as you kind of are making your way through the sewers, they can't really trust what they're seeing sometimes, and so I think like Miggy is constantly asking you, Ari, like, is that like, am I seeing that right? Like just to kind of like get a gauge for like what's real and what's not. And it's not like super bad, but it's just every once in a while he'll be like, do you see that? And you'll be like, no, Miggy, that's fine. He's like, okay.
So he's become a toddler of a sort.
Yeah, he's seeing things in every shadow and like noticing things that aren't there, those sorts of weird things. And
Maybe he
Tohil
had nightmares of being flushed down.
I don't know. Did they have central plumbing and then?
I mean, they have some sort of plumbing going on
did.
here. Yeah, it's definitely much more advanced than anything else.
Plum
you've
good.
seen. It's definitely much more advanced than anything else you've seen in New World so far. But yeah, so this happens. Tohil is kind of like in his own little world, and obviously is seeing things that aren't there, but like he's trying to like keep it to himself once he realizes what's happening. This kind of like goes on and off as you guys are going along. They're the only ones who seem affected by this, but you guys, travel for about an hour and a half, and then eventually you get to, you're pretty close to Erendira's palace. You have a pretty good idea of like how close you are. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag everybody to a map.
Map.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's
Have you
the
guys seen the
map.
trailer for the movie? For that
Yep.
movie?
I'm so confused by why that movie is being made, but
Okay, it is like Dora plus Indiana Jones plus Tomb Raider
Yep.
plus Spy Kids.
Very much so. Yeah, it's a very weird amalgamation of things. Okay. So, as you guys are like going further along here, you notice things are becoming more gross and disgusting. You see more like mold growing on the walls. You see more like weird refuse, discarded like rotting corpses. They don't like get up and attack you or anything. But you, or like maybe like just like small pieces of rotting corpses, maybe like not whole corpses, but you get to this section of the sewers, and see if I can send it over here. Can everybody see?
I can see real far, right?
Technically yes, but there are walls in your way, so.
Well, I mean, I can. How far is that?
120 feet.
Yeah, I was just seeing if like. Okay, so is that the end of the chamber that I see right here?
I mean, it's not one chamber. Basically, you happen to.
I mean, do I see a wall right?
You see a wall right there, yeah, for sure. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa, you can see so far, Darius.
I can see really far.
It's because temperance. It's temperance's ability. So it's not like he can actually see that. It's just that temperance is like whispering into his ear of like like things he should know, be on the lookout for, sort of thing. So basically, where you got to this whole situation is you went down a ladder and kind of like dropped right here from above, and so you're kind of like in the sewers here. This is like a ledge up here. There's like a grate here right along this edge that is kind of keeping anything huge from like being sucked into this system. But it's very easy to like go around it if you need to like go up on the ledge and stuff. Probably you see a branching sewer tunnel kind of like off in these two directions. This is a bridge right here, kind of like across the tunnel. And yeah, there's like mold everywhere and gross looking stuff everywhere.
Caleb.
What do you do? Mm-hmm.
Where's Leonechka?
Oh,
And is he hallucinating?
yeah, you probably have to roll for him.
Hear it, so I would assume he's probably fine. Oh my god,
So big.
That's the issue. Is honestly he's huge.
Was he able to make it through the sewers?
Yes, you haven't gone through any like really small sections yet. You've been mostly going through big tunnels. But yeah, so he's like behind a little bit.
Okay, so which direction do I gather with my 28 survival rule do we need to go?
It seems like it doesn't matter. This is all part of one complex, and you're not entirely sure what part of the complex is going to be where you want to, but you'll know it when you see it. You just might have to look around a little bit to get a lay of what this complex looks like.
So you're telling me I need to go explore?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Explore the poo tunnels.
All right, so make a perception check for me right away as you go over there. Okay. So you notice before let's see. What's the light situation? Like I know a lot of people have dark vision, but like
I don't.
Right. So is Ari holding a torch? Do you have a light spell?
I mean, I could have cast light on him.
Usually
Yeah,
she casts
is
light
that the
on-
assumption?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you notice before you step on this stuff that there's a lot of mold everywhere, but this patch specifically that you are seeing now in front of you
Ooh.
is like something you don't want to step on. Like you just notice that like it seems like it's like it's not like you can make a nature check to like actually know what it is. But you just kind of get like danger sense go off for a second there, where you're just like, okay, maybe it's not a good idea just to wade through this. Okay, yeah, so you know what this is, and you'll be able to spot it anywhere else in this dungeon. It's called yellow mold. Basically, if you step on it or touch it in any way, it explodes into like a cloud of spores that like poisons you. So, any amount of fire or sunlight can destroy it. So it grows in like dark places.
All right, who's got a fire cantrip?
I mean, literally any of the Genasi or Toity.
Right.
Right, they can literally
Just
just
Genasi do it because I'm pretty sure I can only use it once.
Just set it on fire.
That might be true, yeah.
I'm like, Toity has fire hair now, so it's fine.
Not sticking my head in that.
Yeah, so I guess what it would be, right, is
Not sticking my head in the poo
Hey,
water.
Stowe Hill.
Produce Flame is a first level spell. Is that what it is, or a cantrip?
Cantrip.
Okay, so
But I thought-
you can use it indefinitely then.
Wait.
I think so. We can look that up.
Oh, I can cast Burning Hands.
Yeah,
once.
Burning
Okay,
Hands
that's
once.
the one. Okay.
Yeah, so that was what I assumed. So basically, we can
forgot
just
about that
assume
one.
now that you know about it, you can clear it away with any amount of fire, from the Genasi or Toity. So I assume
Like,
so.
hey,
Akna
I'm
comes
gonna
over
give you
and
some
like
flames.
yeah, Akna comes over and produces flame, and so it doesn't come from her hair, right? But like
Akna can do that?
yeah, I mean she's half Genasi, right?
She
Wow.
is?
It looks smaller. Yeah, remember she's half Genasi, half giant.
Yeah.
And so
Akna
it looks
is so talented.
yeah, it looks definitely smaller and not as impressive. But she does have it, and so she kind of like shoots a bit of it over the mold, and
Yeah.
it kind of like
She
explodes.
can just do
or burns away.
everything.
It's
That's
true. It's true.
crazy.
She has a lot of things she can do.
Why do you want to hurt me?
So yeah, I managed to clear away enough of the mold to like get past if you want to without it harming anything.
Okay. So now I know where it is, so we don't have to worry about it like for the rest
Yep.
of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you'll always be able to see it. So yeah, you get to this big ol' basin of water. So obviously it's draining from somewhere above. Yeah, there's a big old cistern in front of you. Kind of filtering things out.
I see.
Are you guys still stealthing while you're down here, or what?
I guess so. I mean, we're certainly.
I mean,
not
I
trying to
guess,
follow
but we
the
don't have
noise.
past cut traits, I'm assuming, by now.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
So
we definitely
Darius, go ahead and make a stealth check for me then. Good luck.
9.
9 is not as bad as it could have been.
Not
yeah,
as good as it could have been.
it's true. It's true. Let me look at something. Oops. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, definitely not enough though. So,
So something's gonna come out and attack us.
possibly, yeah, you don't know. So you guys are clinking along. Where do you go? Exactly. Do you just like go around? How quickly?
I don't know. I guess I just want to see if I can find the place where we're gonna be going.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal.
Yeah. So something like this is probably what you're looking for. You know that it's like a cistern like this, but you recognize that it's not the one you're looking for.
No, I'll just keep. Then we just want to keep going then.
Okay.
Until we can find it. What's up here? This is like a ledge, like stairs and a ledge.
Yeah, it's like there's like on like a lever or something over there, like some sort of pipe mechanism up on top of the ledge there.
A pipe mechanism?
Yeah, like a not exactly like a some sort of mechanism that can like turn the drainage on and off.
Ew.
Or maybe not that specifically, but like I don't know, block one of these tunnels from like filling in.
Is it filled right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did not realize everyone was moving their tokens. Also, I have the wrong token.
Oh,
what I
I'm not
gather,
red-haired Toity.
if I shut it off, something bad would happen, or
that was weird. Wait, what? No.
Did I break things?
No, I didn't set the default token what it was supposed to be, so that's frustrating. Okay, sorry, I gotta fix this real quick. And then you have dark vision.
Mhm.
Sight. It's not visible. Okay, I believe should be good
There we go.
now. And then let
Yay!
me default token this. There you go. Okay, cool. Sorry, what were you saying, Ari?
Just wondering if I pull this, if that'll make this path clear of like water.
Yeah,
Just to
if you
walk
pull
down?
that one, it will, so yeah, I think this cistern is draining out this way. So you can,
So
Stop
if I
that
pull
if
it
you
though, will it stop? Will it like fill up really quickly or?
no, it just kind of redirects more of the water down this tunnel, I think.
Okay. Here, let me see something. I just wanted to check. Okay. So, I gather it's not this one. So then we got to find the correct one. So I guess I'll pull that one so that way water stops going this way and we can go down it.
Caleb, am I able to see through? Not like Daria is able to see through Leonechka, but does Leonechka have like
Translucence.
a seeing radius, like where?
Yes, but I don't know if you're like linked, like psychically, where you can like see through his eyes, though, right?
That's not what I was thinking. Just like, if his token, would I as a player be able to see everywhere the space around that he can see?
No, I don't have anything set for him.
Okay.
For that, so.
It's just so big compared to everyone else.
Yeah, and so honestly, it's really difficult for him to get around this corridor. So, how is Find Mount a? What level spell is that?
Find Steed is a 2nd level spell.
Okay. When did you cast that?
I cast that
yesterday. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, definitely difficult for Leonechka to get through here. I think. Yeah, if you guys are just going this way, so I guess first question, Ari, did you pull a lever?
Pull the lever. I mean, yeah, because I mean, how deep is the water?
I mean, you can right now. Any of these smaller tunnels are, I don't know, like knee deep on Toity.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, it's not that bad at all. Yeah.
Then I prefer not to touch anything if that's possible.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so Darius, could you make a athletics check or strength check if it doesn't have athletics trained? For Leonechka to just, or no, actually, it would be a dexterity check.
Don't we have the thing that lets people walk on water?
Water walk.
Sure, yeah, you could cast that on Leonechka and just have him walk.
Oh no, I thought it was like a thing that covered like a bunch of people. What am I thinking of?
Water walk.
Water walk.
Raya has that. Darius has it just for himself.
Prepared.
But not prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, make a dexterity.
Very important.
Yeah, make a dexterity check for Darius or for Leonechka to see how well he maneuvers around this small incline here. Ogden's probably up in front with you.
Oh, hey, I can communicate telepathically with him, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Why does Pepe Miguel have his old token?
I don't know. Gosh.
What happened to his new token?
I copied the wrong one. I'm just not on it today.
So, Caleb.
There he is. There's my boyfriend.
Here's my question. Here's my question for you, Caleb.
Yeah.
While mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you also target your steed.
Yeah. You can make him water walk.
If I jumped on him, I could make him water walk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Darius is jumping on him. Well, okay. Now hold on.
You don't need to jump on him.
Well, I have to ride. It says.
Oh, while you're riding it.
Yeah, while mounted on your.
Yes, yes, you would have to be riding.
So my other question was this: the water walk, for deliverance spell does that use one of my spell slots, or does it have its own separate charges, or?
Water walk. I don't remember what we said about that. I think it was like D4 charges or something. Like you rolled per. I literally do not remember.
I'm not sure if we said. I think you just said it gave me the water walk spell and it gave me the feather fall spell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had like charge ideas for those, and I said them, but I just don't remember what they are now.
Either way, he's probably charged all of them by now.
Right. At the very least, you have one use of each of them. Probably more.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as long as it's not. No, that's fine. As long as it's actually not taking my spell slot.
No. Mm-mm.
Is my main question.
No.
Okay,
no.
then yeah, I'll cast water walk, and then I'll be riding Leonechka.
Okay, so you're just like riding him across the cistern here.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Any chance you can like make Darius on like his token go over Leonechka?
Yep. Sure can.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, there's no. You've just set up the absolute perfect situation. So everybody
to get attacked from the water.
To get attacked from the water, because there definitely is something in there. Everybody make perception checks. This is happening.
My perception doesn't just carry from that 20.
Can I put him? Can I put
No.
him where I
Looking
would
at
have him
the
right quick?
cistern.
Sorry, what were you saying, Darius?
Can I put him where he'd probably be first?
Yep.
Okay.
Guessing a 13 doesn't do much.
Oh no. So I put him there specifically, Darius, because you would have gotten further out before it would have done anything.
Oh no.
Right?
I
Like,
see nothing.
Ouch.
Because wait,
or are you just like going like this way?
I would probably like kind of walk along with everybody as they're going this way.
Okay, yeah. So right there is fine then. Yep. Yeah. So Ari certainly doesn't see anything.
Would I get advantage since I'm like over the water?
No. Well, if anything, you get disadvantage because I don't think you're paying attention. You can't. You're not like looking down.
Oh poo.
I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying,
Literally.
like,
That's probably what you see. Is just poo.
So perception.
yes.
Oh no. Oh no, we're all screwed.
All right. Let me look at something here. Okay, so 14 is the number to beat.
13, of course, is what I
Yeah.
Well,
I got to 14. But we're saying that we have to get a 15 right now. That's what we said. Based on the rules that.
Yes.
They're the defender.
Yes.
You're the attacker.
Yeah, that's what we did last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody beat it. Who's that?
Akna, please be Akna.
Two
there
people
are
beat
two
it.
people.
Yeah, Akna and Hurakan both did. Yeah.
It was Akna.
They know what proper poo water looks like.
And then Miggy. That's not proper poo water. All right. Perception. This is Miggy. He successfully.
Who are you? I'm not writing that one down.
No. It's poo on you.
No. Oh my god.
Stop.
Oh boy.
Jordan started it.
Ava certainly doesn't see anything.
Oh, I need to make one for Buck. That's right.
Sunum sees it, and Tohil does not.
Fuck.
Buck sees it.
Okay, everybody, click on that tokens and roll that initiative.
Does Leonechka's initiative go with mine, or how?
Oh my gosh. Really awful.
Yeah,
initiative.
Leonard just acts on yours.
Oh, a poop hydra. Great.
Is it a dragon?
Wait a
Am I gonna
second.
get to kill it?
Yeah, let
Hydras,
me look at the.
hydras are different than dragons.
Yeah, it's
so I'm
not a
guessing-
dragon type. Sorry,
Ugh.
Name.
it's like a bunch of
We're
snake
just
heads.
gonna have to
Promise
flush
me.
it down the high drain.
Nice.
No. Stop. Hydra, isn't that what they're gonna do in the other group? So I'm gonna face 2 Hydras in a week? That's what's happening here.
Oh,
Yep.
you get 3 actually, but
Oh, wonderful.
yeah.
You know what we should just do? We should just get on our let's not. Hail Hydra jokes don't work in this situation.
Look,
boy.
the best thing to do is use the firepower that we have, because then it cauterizes so 2 more
But do
heads
your
can't go.
characters know that?
I mean, it's basic.
You
it's
can make
basic
rolls to
mythology.
discuss.
Okay, it's basic mythology that Raya would know.
Yes, but that's for Greek hydras. They might be different.
Hydras are hydras.
I mean, they certainly look different from hydras that you've seen, or that you've not seen, but, you know, heard about in folklore. They seem more snaky.
It's a snake.
I was
That's a
waiting for it.
snake.
I knew it was coming.
So many initiatives.
It's a sneaky snake.
All right. Let's see how this goes down. Let's see. Did Miggy succeed? I think he did.
Well,
Yeah.
he can't be surprised anyway. So.
It's true. You're right. Okay, so Miggy is. I mean, he's not gonna like jump in the water, so I guess he just pulls out his bow and starts shooting. Yeah, he just says, "Giant snake-headed thing!" Ah! and just shoots an arrow at it.
That's a thing. Kill the thing.
Let's see. I think. Yeah, so he's gonna shoot this one so that he can get sneak attack because Lineshka and Darius are within 5 feet of it. So, short bow attack, go. Why does he have a +5 to short bow? That seems way too low.
Good. I thought you were about to say it's way too high, and I was very scared.
So I've been updating proficiency bonus stuff. No, I wrote down proficient. What is it without proficient? Wow. Why is it that low?
I'm running to the bathroom real quick since
Okay.
I won't be doing anything.
I'm so confused as to why.
Well,
This
actually,
is the second or third combat in a row that Darius has been a part of that he's gotten last.
wait, I'm not last?
No.
Oh. Okay. Actually, I was
Wow.
going to ask, since you're looking for that anyway, would now be a good time for a break?
Yeah, we can do that.
A
Yeah,
body break?
I want to roll the damage real quick. Wow, that was such a bad roll for sneak attack damage. Okay, so he does.
That's awful.
Yeah. It does 17.
Dang it.
17 damage to
on
it.
my head.
And yeah, me just like is everybody's staring up at these horrible 5-headed monstrosities as they arise from the water. And we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back with more Terra Nullius action right after this. Stick around.